in a few minutes.
Tonight, there are conflicting stories from police and witnesses about a train crash in Riverside. Surveillance video shows a car being ripped in two by an oncoming Amtrak train. Police and the train operator say the driver skirted around the crossing arms, but some witnesses say that those arms were not down. Action News' Catherine Varnum is live in Riverside. Catherine, you had our Action News law and safety expert review that video evidence tonight.
John, he came right out here to the scene. He says the driver probably was in this lane here and then actually skirted into the other line to try and beat that train. Take a good look at this surveillance video. A car sliced in half as it was clipped by a train. Edward Peterson was in the front passenger seat.
You can just see the car crumbling.
But what led up to this crash is raising questions. Witnesses and Peterson told Action News the crossing arms were up when they went across the train tracks.
You don't remember seeing these arms down at all?
No. I don't think he was trying to beat the train.
Action News first asked JSO for an update on the crash just before 1 Tuesday afternoon. But it wasn't until after I reported 6 about witness accounts at the scene that JSO sent out this tweet saying, quote, driver was cited for the crash. Driver admitted to police he drove around the railroad arms. Around the same time as the tweet, spokesperson Melissa Buheda responded to my questions from 90 minutes before, asking whether the crossing arms were up or down, simply saying down.
If this had been fully deployed and down, it's likely that this arm certainly would have been destroyed.
Action News law and safety expert Dale Carson is a former FBI special agent. After reviewing the video and looking at the scene, he does not think both arms were down at the time of the crash.
Looking at poor quality video, it appears fairly clear that the car was in the other lane.
Take another look. As the car approaches the tracks, our expert says it appears to be on the wrong side of the road. And here you can see what appears to be an arm in the down position. But when it gets to the other side of the tracks, there's no impact with the other arm. Then you see the back half of the car fly off the roadway. Carson says the car being in the wrong lane is a telling piece of evidence because it would have damaged the arm on the other side of the tracks as it crossed.
And there's no indication that it's been removed and a new one put in place.
When we arrived on scene, the arm on the far side of the tracks was down, but Carson says it couldn't have been down at the time of the crash because it would have been destroyed. And he says if the second arm was up, the driver may have been confused and thought it was okay to go through. In recordings obtained by ABC News, you can hear the response from Amtrak officials on board moments after the hit.
An emergency struck a vehicle right there at the Metro. They come out around the gates right when we got to the cross.
This passenger says he's just lucky everyone got out alive.
Yeah. Pretty scary. Yeah, pretty frightening.
I did reach out to the driver tonight, but have not heard back for his side of the story. Just within the last 2 hours, JSO texted me back saying they were told all arms present were working and in the down position. We're live in Riverside tonight. I'm Catherine Varnum, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
And take a look at this new video from a viewer. It shows that train pulling into Putnam County this afternoon after the accident. It does look like there's damage on the front end there. Action News reached out to both CSX, which owns the tracks, and Amtrak to ask about the crossing arms. They told us they cannot comment on functionality because of the ongoing investigation. And today, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper gave this brochure to an Action News employee who was crossing railroad tracks in St. Johns County. It's called Operation Lifesaver. It gives safety tips to drivers, including warning them not to try to beat a train and to report problems at crossings to law enforcement. To see the full surveillance video of this train crash, go to our website, actionnewsjax.com.